Good morning, Immaculate Conception Catholic School family. Welcome to an incredible Friday, the second week of school. We've made it through it. We're off to a decent start. There is definitely something that I want to talk to you guys today regarding the COVID-19 outbreak. It just doesn't seem to be going away, and we can't dismiss the impact that it's having on this community. And it's definitely a topic that we continue to monitor, continue to discuss throughout multiple discussions with local school leaders, as well as the Diocese of Phoenix, as we try to gather advice, we try to gather information that's pertinent to our area here in the Yavapai County area. But we definitely there's a few factors that have occurred within the last week or so that I just want to take time and communicate to you as we continue to seek advice and look for possible changes to what we're doing, by looking at data and looking at information and talking to community leaders up here in this area. I can tell you that in the last month or so, there's been it went from 4.5% positivity rate all the way to 14.6%, a rise that puts us in the red in terms of benchmarks, as well as the number of cases per 100,000 residents. So right now we are definitely in the red in all categories in terms of the roadmap to schools that we've been monitoring since last year. So the CDC has put multiple guidelines out there for schools. They've changed along the way. And the latest information that they have is definitely they agree that in-person instruction is the best form of instruction for our students. And they have asked schools to reconsider that, if that's the best mode of instruction, what are some ways that we can help to make sure that that's still an available option. And of course, the number one thing they recommend is masks indoors, as well as vaccination for those who qualify. So it's an area that we've been a little bit laxed on here up in Cottonwood. Not just our school, but and the schools up here as well. The local community has not necessarily jumped on that yet. But as the numbers rise, I know that there's been a lot of pressure on the local schools to reconsider that. And there's a fight up in Phoenix regarding the governor's office and the Department of Education. And maybe you guys have followed that or not, but it's exciting. It's a hard time for a lot of schools to navigate. So as we look at that information, we're just continuing to make decisions that allow us the opportunity to stay open with in-person instruction. So again, I'll be making some calls over the weekend. I'll be monitoring some data, and there might be a chance that we decide up here in this area. I know that Flagstaff has already decided, especially the Catholic school, to mandate masks while they're indoors, to require masks so that they can allow the opportunity for the children to remain at school. And I know that I have some parents that have raised that concern, and I have seen an increased use of masks here in school. I can just see families being a little bit more cautious, as well as we've seen a lot of students miss school, probably a good 20%, which is good. That means that, hey, you're noticing your child is not feeling well, you're keeping them at home. That's also a great strategy, but make sure that you guys get the homework. Don't just not show up and assume that the kids don't have anything to make up. They do have work to make up. So I just wanted to put this out there that COVID's not going away, and we might be having to make some changes. Again, I'll be reaching out and talking to some of my advisors, as well as some of the local leaders, and seeing what they think we should be doing in this area, and maybe making some adjustments to our mitigation plans. Because again, we've gone from 4% increase in positivity rate all the way to 15%, and we definitely want to keep our schools open. So we're going to do what we have to do to allow that to happen. So again, just be mindful that there might be some changes coming, and again, that's all so that we can keep our schools open and provide that in-person instruction as long as we can. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and again, I will be sharing any updates within the next couple of days if we decide to make some changes. Have yourselves an incredible weekend. I'll see you guys next week.